Maine has a lot of film festivals and screenings, but here's one you may not be familiar with. It's called Maine Mayhem. It features works from student, director, producer, writers from Southern Maine Community College. It's coming up soon, and here to talk about it with us, Professor Corey Norman, Laura Griswold, and Hannah Shepard-Perry. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Let's talk first of all about the background. How did this festival get started 13 years ago, right, Corey?
Yeah, 13 years ago. We formed it in 2011, and at the time there was a student, Jimmy Croco, who thought that we were just turning out really great content at SMCC, and he thought that a larger audience needed to see it, so we partnered together and created the first festival, and the rest is history.
Laura, when you have to make a film for class, is that really work, or is that almost just a pleasure?
I mean, it's nice because it counts as a college credit, so we kind of get the experience in that format. But I would say it's a lot of fun too because we have a big film community, filmmaking community at SMCC. So just working within that network has been really awesome.
As I understand it, Hannah, the students who have made these films, and there are a half dozen of them, you, for the most part, wrote, produced, directed them, in some cases acted in them, but more than that, you also had to raise some money to make these films. Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, that's right. I created an Indiegogo, which is a site where people can donate money, and then you reach out to people, ask for donations, and make posts on social media.
How much money did you have to raise, or did you raise?
Yeah, I raised about $1,800, so $1,800.
Did you have to raise money as well?
I did as well, yeah.
How much did you have to come up with, or did you come up with?
I came up with about $4,000. We saw really great support from the community in Portland.
This is pretty impressive, Corey. I know that students making films, that's something new, but actually going out and raising money so that they can do something that's maybe better than what has been made in the past, it's pretty impressive.
Oh, it most definitely is. And one thing we've really tried to do at SMCC is kind of dispel the stigma of a community college. And so what these students are doing is really on par with schools like USC and NYU, where they're going through that real filmmaking process from the ground up.
Laura, you made a documentary. It's called City of Servers. It's about what goes on in the city of Portland in what industry?
The food industry, yep.
Why did you want to tell this story?
Well, for a few reasons. I worked as a barista in downtown Portland, which I stopped about 8 months ago to kind of start this filming process. And I have a lot of family and friends working in the food service industry. My fiance works full-time in the industry. And then also, again, just kind of tying that into the festival and this credit seemed like a good opportunity.
And you wanted to give people a glimpse of a side of Portland that they may not see. A lot of people come to Portland because they hear about the restaurants, the food scene, and so forth. You wanted to show them a different side.
Exactly, yep.
I think there are a lot of owners that kind of position themselves as empathetic, but in reality, probably aren't going to be there if you really, really need it.
It's impossible to afford housing in Portland on minimum wage.
We see lots of articles about Maine's foodie city, but not a lot about the reality of the people in the back of house or the waitstaff serving up those delicious meals.
Hannah, your film is not a documentary, it is a work of fiction. It's called The Antique.
Correct, yeah.
What's the story?
It's about twin sisters who are trying to save their family home from foreclosure by selling their mother, who had recently passed, her antique vase getting it appraised at a famous antique appraisal show. And it's about them taking that journey to get it appraised and their relationship with each other and with their mother.
When you're trying to sort of guide these students, I'm sure you want to have a light hand, give them free rein to take care or to express their own creative visions, but what do you sort of tell them? What's the guidance that you do offer?
Yeah, great question. So kind of going through, it is important to stay hands-off in terms of shaping the content, but we do still look at the rudiments. Are we following, 3-act structure? Are we, exiting a scene at a high point? So when we're kind of creating the script portions, it's really about just telling a succinct story. And then when we transition into production, it's really about having a safe, collaborative set where we just can kind of create, but also make sure that we take good care of everyone who donates their times to the film.
For the first time ever this year, the public can see these films, your 2 films, and 4 others at 3 different venues across the state. May 11th at the Nickelodeon in Portland, May 12th at the Magic Lantern Cinema in Bridgeton, May 13th at the Bangor Art Exchange in Bangor. 6 different films, all from student filmmakers at SMCC. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you being here. If you'd like more information on Mayhem, just head to the 207 section of our app or website and stick around. We're going to be back right after this.